Zicam knows that when you live life to the fullest, you never want to let a cold slow you down. With Zicam's cold shortening products, you can actually shorten colds when taken at the first sign. And with the winter chill in the air, you need the #1 cold shortening brand to help shorten a cold when taken at the first sign this season. Because you should never let a cold stop you from missing out on your favorite moments of the season. Find Zicam in your local cold and flu aisle.
You probably know the feeling. Sweaty, fast breathing, quick heart rate. That's a cortisol spike. It feels awful, and its imbalance is the cause of your anxiety. Rebalance Health's 3-part anxiety system helps address it at the root. Rebalance Health lozenges are natural and designed for optimal absorption, providing 24-hour relief. Live life fully without feeling like you're fighting for it. Get 50% off your first month with code CALM23 at rebalancehealth.com.
The audacity.
Right?
Oh, Eric's here. Your song, bro.
Yeah.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, by the way, after the story you told me yesterday, which I did hear before, I'm all in, dude. I'm gonna go that step further for you guys. We're doing it.
So
no pissed opportunities here. We're doing it.
Who's pissing on who?
Man. See, now the party has gotten a little bit San Quentin instead of come together right now, things like that.
Oh, we're gonna come together, all right.
I guess we
are. Let's give it. You know what? It's Jay's birthday. Everyone I'm gonna give him a round of. All right.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you. Even though my
Jay's
birthday's on Saturday, but it's birthday week.
Man,
I agree.
this drops on Saturday. You just ruined the illusion.
Shut up. No, I didn't.
And so, Jay, you've been doing a lot. So first off, hats off to you. How have you been with all the content you've been dropping? Because that's been fucking insane to watch.
Yeah, nonstop, man. I've been doing pretty good. I'm actually going through this all right and everything, just keeping things afloat, making sure which show comes up.
Has there been what do you feel like your highlight is of your horror filled themed month, like the Halloween themed month? What's your personal highlight of the month so far? What would you say?
The highlight of the Monster Fest would be a lot of the J-Man show episodes that are the Nightmare Tales, followed by the jams.
Nice. The jams have been fucking great, by the way.
Oh
dude.
my god,
so,
yeah.
So Eric actually just sent me a track, and then he sent me it again, which is fine.
Cool.
Yeah. And then so we're gonna be cranking on that, and then yeah, man, that the jams have been fucking phenomenal. The last one you did was it sounds like I'm kissing your ass, but I'm genuinely interested. Do you find it hard to build the set list like that? With all those different types of, because this time you had a pretty varied amount of styles, right?
Yeah.
Did you find it hard to have to do that, or was it more fun to be able to have different sounds to program into the show?
Well, for me, it's always pretty fun. It can get challenging sometimes, depending on who I'm talking to at the time, if they're going to send their stuff in on time or whether a track is finalized. Yeah, and I'm always look, don't worry about it too much. I got you. It's going to be mixed just right because, I got us to at least 30, now 35 episodes. Yeah, 35 is open now. And it's just, it can be challenging at times, but it's always fun. You know what I mean? I just love doing it. And that's why I don't really focus on the cons,
Yeah.
I actually did wave the J-Man show for you guys. So, feels mutual for the tribe and everything.
Hey. Sometimes you got to wave it around a little bit. They call it the helicopter.
Swang.
Keep that rotational drift going. J-Man 6 wave strong.
Yeah.
You know it.
Did you guys ever see that shit on Twitter about, it was a thing called Dick Yelp where women would give straight up reviews of fools that they knew that they fucked on Twitter still, and then at them and give them a rating of 1 to 10.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Did you guys ever see that?
I knew it was a thing on OnlyFans when they ran about doing that shit, but
yeah,
they're doing it all over the place now, huh?
Why would I want to pay though for someone to tell me that?
Man, that would hurt, right?
No. So I guess this.
If I'm gonna pay, I want you to lie to me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm paying for.
Yeah,
that's the capitalism.
man. the same way I've waited all an hour and a half for you to get ready, and we're gonna go to dinner, and I go, yeah, you look great. Let's fucking go. All right, I'm hungry, right?
Yeah.
But I guess the dick yelp was like dudes they actually had fucked. Like this isn't even like they asked. Like they would just straight up at the guys randomly.
Yeah.
And these girls were on this Twitter account called Dick Yelp, and fucking they would just rate these guys like 1 to 10. Do you guys think that like men could do that to about women, or is that a one side? You think so? Like
kind of do it.
Pussy Yelp.
Yep. All you gotta do is take a look at it and be like, yeah, see, she ain't cleaned this dugout in a long time, folks.
Dugout.
You see, I really like
dugout.
I really like sharpen my bat up in there. So, you know, I'm kind of a sick, dirty man, but I give it at least a 2.
Makes sense. All these fucking Cuban guys are in this dugout.
You know what I mean? I got to put my cigar somewhere, Marco. I mean, damn.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
you
like
and Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was our first black president then.
Dun.
I think the service could have been a bit better.
Of course you would, you fuck.
Yeah. So like this one said, anonymous please, King Coogie. Can't lie, shit was great. First time I ever came from a nigga, she said. Definitely recommend. That was a Twitter Dick Yelp review.
Well, of course it was. But was she satisfied or was she not?
Well, she said it was great. First
that
time
must
I
have
ever
been dry pussy then. I'm just saying.
Damn! Whoa! You know, it's actually not a phenomenon that the fact that there are a lot of women who do not orgasm during intercourse.
Not at all. But if you hit it right and you know exactly where to go, gong, she'll love me from here to Jupiter. As long as she fixes my plate, I'll clean her plate.
So here's another one. This one is led in by a little bit of information. It says, Shawty say Ronan Black Boy got dick worth fighting over. Here to confirm that Ronan Black Boy, sounds fucking racist, got some good dick, all the different positions, so much variety, good hygiene, cum taste adequate. You know, it can't be IGN Dick Yelp. You got to give him a 7 out of 9, you know. 69, and then but y'all whores stay away, I'll fight you. That's what she said.
Well, I mean, if Wong Dong Dick good, then why you share it with everybody for?
Yeah. So this one says, up next, J. Doblé. Seems like the gang might all have something in common. Having sex with J. Doblé is 10 out of 10. I could write a 13-page soliloquy on the matter. The definition of adoration. Biggest dick and pleasure of my life. Cum tastes like fresh cucumber water in springtime. The sex is something you replay in your dreams and wish you could retrace with a fine-tipped pen. Could do it for the rest of my life and still feel enthralled, plus enamored. Did I mention big dick? And then someone replied, but did this nigga fuck Claude Monet? Oh, man. Oh, this one's about me. Shit. Whoa, what the fuck? Just kidding. I totally brought this up to just, these are all my reviews. My name's Jay Doblé, and my other one is Roni. What is it? Roni J. Black fella? MISN, at MISN. Oh my fucking God. Where do I start with this one? Top 2 most beautiful penises I've ever seen for one. He's got 2 dicks? Oh, I get it. He's in one and then top. All right. Got it.
She's only had 2 dicks ever.
She saw him at the same time.
One was her brother's.
Oh no! What are you doing, black stepbrother? Long and thick feels amazing. The head is I guess FYE.
Well, she can't spell the dick center.
Yeah,
it's like fire.
The head is FYE too.
She's gonna be wearing a helmet for the rest of her life. But go on.
Yeah, dick's so good it's retarded. But to be honest, don't expect him to give it unless he's really feeling you. Oh, yeah, that's what he told you. Okay, all right. First off, I've gotten off that line a lot. You know, I really don't like, you know, I'm not really feeling the other girls. Not right now, but last night I was, just so you know. Oh, and he loves to talk you through your orgasm. Definitely 10 out of 10. Would you talk somebody through an orgasm? And how do you talk them through an orgasm?
Well, you know, you get real seductive with it, and if that bitch is listening, chances are she will gush her out. But
all right,
gotta
baby,
also
you gonna come now.
You gotta also plunge it right in there too.
Okay, you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay, now you want to just hold on to that feeling right there.
Yeah. Not instruction manual talk, but hell, okay.
Yeah. Okay, now you want to put your foot on peg B.
Now you're gonna hold on to this shit.
Now you want a mallet. You don't want to hit it too hard. And that's
You killing me.
But like, could guys really get this off? Because some of these they're not all like honorable mentions.
Yeah, some of the dudes are probably writing this shit, by the way. So yeah.
Yeah, anonymous, please. I can't remember his Twitter name, but Mikel, aka Red, has the biggest dick I've ever seen, length and girth.
So, well, I don't know how they resort to it, but here's the thing: in the stroke games leak, he's still fucked though. I mean, yeah, that could be said for a lot.
At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I feel like it's not a loss, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, and that's like, did you guys ever get off the lie of like, oh, I'm not really feeling them other girls? You know what I'm saying? yeah, fucking bet, dude. I don't think guys could be that brutal about this, because like some of them shits like are not favorable, and then it's just funny to me. Like, if you really went down the line of like, I think every girl thinks that because they have a vagina, they're great at sex, and you're like, no,
that's not how it works.
Yeah, and that's what my fucking high school counselor taught me the most. You know.
I mean, you can, but it's not going to come across as much fun. It's going to be brutal as shit, because it's like this, you know.
Jesus Christ.
You know, it was really dry. It was whack, and I didn't like it. Fuck you, bitch. It was.
I don't
terrible.
know what was drier, her pussy or the turkey sandwich she made me afterwards.
Well, you know what? It wasn't a Miracle Whip for that.
Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip.
If anything, it's too much mustard on that bad boy.
Well, you know, it's sourdough. What do you expect?
Oh man, this bread is moldy.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man, this pussy tastes like. Oh,
look, I don't
lost
care
all my euphemisms,
baby. I don't care if you're barren or not. It just means something's not coming out when I'm done.
Which is me. What is one of the times you ever got like super fucking scared from something? Do you remember? Or was it more of a movie that ever like jolted you into being afraid of something?
Those are some good questions, but I can't really think of one.
But you, Eric?
No, I can't really think of one either.
I think for me, it's been mainly, I went to like a horror nights thing one time, and then I maybe realized that I had like some slight version of like PTSD, considering how I grew up in like crazy ass neighborhoods.
Oh, what triggers you?
Just like I was like on high alert, not to be afraid, but to like start fucking kicking people's asses. Like I thought I was gonna get
somebody
fucking
jumps
jumped.
out, you swing.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
First,
fool?
ask questions later.
Yeah, you want to box that? What's up, homie?
Let's do it, man.
I don't have any of these cool. Like I was looking up like, you know, just like the typical like fucking horror movie shits out there, or like you'll see like a bunch of Halloween content on YouTube, you know. And I don't have any like cool like, I was here and me and my friends were blah 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 and we saw this and it was spooky and shit, and then like we all went home and, you know, fucking watched Friends or whatever.
That's scary. That's fucking normal and boring shit. That is a cult within itself.
Yes. And that same cult like translates over to like all that Disney shit. Like I was telling a friend, like the only reason why Hot Topic is even open is because Disney has to sell Jack Skellington sweaters from somewhere. Right?
They don't have
like,
a Disney store like anything anymore. So
that's what I'm saying.
Man, you got to get your little Uzi Vert shirt somewhere.
Yeah,
I know. The little Uzi Vert shirt. Fuck off. Didn't he put like a fucking like Super Saiyan diamond in his head or some shit like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it got like infected, and you're like, "Yeah, stupid. It's not even real, dummy. What the fuck are you doing?" But yeah, I don't. You could say the same thing about the cult of Disney. There's a big old fucking like. Check this out. So apparently, they said overall prices to go to Disneyland, ticket admission prices are up 20%.
Damn.
Right, 20%, dude. That's not even saying that parking in and of itself, parking alone
is an adventure.
Not only an adventure, but it's gone up like $15.
Jesus.
To park your fucking car. If that is not obvious like signs of you have a brainwashed mass of people that are like happy to be here and go broke doing this shit. Like some people I know, I swear to you, have jobs just to pay for Disney passes. Like
It's
that's
fucking nuts.
right. Isn't that like a sign of like fucking psychopathy? Like
It
isn't
is.
that a bad sign? Right.
It is. God knows they won't admit it, but it is. It's like
some fools will fucking find Craigslist ads to make enough money to just get by.
well,
Jesus
gotta get that Genie's app to work for you.
I had a friend one time tell me that she was talking like a firefighter, and apparently his big thing is he liked getting pegged.
Oh,
right. And then she goes, "Do you think he's gay?" Okay, so she asked me that. She asked for like advice on like if because apparently when he would come visit her, it wouldn't be to like have sex with her. It'd be for like him to or for her to fuck him, right?
It's a fetish.
And I was like, but does he ever like actually have sex with you though, or are you just constantly fucking this man? And then she's like, it's me. Like I'm wearing a strap on. I said,
baby,
yeah,
it's Tad. He's dreaming of Tad.
Yeah, and a part of me just thought like, I hate to sound narrow-minded, but I think that fool might be gay, yo.
It's only gay if he yells out another man's name.
You know he did on the inside.
Yeah.
Sure, you think he's fucking you, but he's fucking your dad.
Oh,
fuck.
No. Fucking nuts. Hey, do you feel like in the antles of intercourse, let's say like, you know, like you're this smooth talking guy, and this is before your whole warts adventure, and you're like meeting a girl, and you're like, oh yeah, girl, I'll go down on you, you know, like saucing her up. You're at like a club or a fucking quinceañera or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea.
Wiffle bat.
Yeah. You're at a fucking
Your cousin's backyard wedding.
Yeah. You're at a fucking bris or like you know, a baptism. So like you're smooching this girl up, right? And you're giving her all like the wonton talk of like, hey, you know, I'm the best, blah blah. My dick Yelp scores X, Y, and Z. They said I was pretty adequate at eating pussy or whatever. I go down like Charlie Brown. You know what I'm saying? And then I think to myself like, let's say the talk has gotten you in a position to where like you're gonna be able to make the night happen for her. So now you got to live up to your resume that you just spit at her, right? Mm-hmm. So you spit her the resume, and then on top of that is the idea that she bends over for you to go to the snack bar. We'll say, right?
Yeah, go to Pound Town. Yeah,
yeah. But she's like, you know, you've talked up a good oral game, and you do it, and then you pull down the drawers, and you see a slight little skid mark. What do you do?
Look, I got this far, damn it. We're crossing the bridge.
Jesus Christ.
I'm grabbing me a wipe.
Yeah, whoa, guys.
Yes.
I don't know you two. I'm just kidding. No, Eric's like, you don't know me.
You damn right.
Hey, if anybody asks you, don't know me, all right? Yeah. I just like that to me seems like I'd like fucking leave. I think I'd be like, you know.
All jokes aside, I'm out, dude.
Yeah.
Well, how you know?
I'm thinking like, why do you have a skid mark? We didn't even fucking dance.
I mean,
like you didn't even sweat
out of her.
How drunk is she?
Yeah.
Right. How wet was that? At what point did she fart tonight? And how wet was that fart? Those are my two fucking questions I got going on right
there.
now.
You know.
Yeah.
Like the discharge.
Shout out to her though for not being self-aware. You know,
like she squirted, but not the way I wanted her to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it came out the other end, and you know,
wrong hole, fool.
Yeah.
You know?
If she shirted. That's what it is.
It ain't sexy no more.
Like, I honestly like that would rock my world.
Ruin
that would
your night, right?
That would daze me. I'd walk home. I'd leave my car there. I'd be like, fucking man, I need to get some air.
It was gonna be all right, but she had the skids. You know, maybe we should just be friends.
Hey, imagine that you pull her underwear down and you go, hey, you know, baby, on second thought, you really mean a lot to me, and I know I just met you, but maybe we should just be friends. You know what I mean? 'Cause
what if she was your dream girl?
Well, you know, like I said before.
But my dream girl has a really big cock. Does that matter?
No.
Well, like I said before, we done got here this far. I'm gonna ride this shit out. Don't y'all
Damn.
understand that?
Damn,
like I
Jay.
said, I'm
a
ripping
fucking
this shit out.
rider. Damn, I made it. Jesus. At least we know, like, if this was trench warfare, we know Jay is running at that fire. He's climbing that ladder. Jay's gonna pull a Wonder Woman. He's gonna put a shield up and be like, I'm here to eat ass.
And ass I be eating.
Jay comes up like that kid who has chocolate on his face. She goes, Did I make a mess down there? And he goes, no. Like that.
He's like, don't worry, baby, I took care of it.
Yeah. Don't worry.
You're handled.
Let's just say I was raised to lick my plate clean. If you know what
Hey, you can say she's processed. Next file.
Also, yeah. Also, too, like, if you engage in anal, let's say you pull your penis out and there's like a little bitty bit of poo on it. What do you do then?
That's fine.
No, you clean it off, man.
Damn, you guys are fucking shit. I need to fucking live a little.
Yeah.
I'm over here worried about my dick and shit.
I mean, look, at this
Comes
point,
with the
already
territory.
ate ass. Already went all up in it. Like, if anything, I'm just checking the upholstery. That's all. You know?
Damn.
I mean, it's like it's part of it. Comes with the territory.
Yeah, you know?
I come with the territory.
I mean, she probably like eating
Come
out
in
my
the
ass
territory.
too. That's why I'm still limber now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's why Jay's got his legs behind his head. That's how he eats ass.
Man,
You know what I mean?
I didn't need to know.
Flex mode.
Yeah. They call me Wetzel, and she's like, "Why?" He's like, "Cause I'm gonna pretzel that ass, girl."
I became a contortionist overnight.
Cirque du Soleil lick that ass.
You know it.
So what the fucking shit? Also, too, like, what is more intimate? Sucking or eating somebody out, or eating ass, whatever, or like fucking them, like just regular like intercourse.
No, it's definitely using your mouth.
That right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something so pure and mystifying.
Yeah. So damn, Jay, you want to write us a poem?
It's
about
Scorpio season, damn it.
Yeah.
All
He's
right.
romanticizing eating ass.
While he was saying that, he was like rubbing a nipple, like something so pure about the way it just drips off my lips, girl. Like, God.
Yep.
Damn.
A
He's got a
magic
romance novel about
Yeah.
eating ass.
He's got a dookie dribble. It's like,
Hey, how I rearrange the room is my business, all right?
Yeah, I rearranged the room. Shit. Are you eating her alive or are you eating her out?
Oh, no, we're
I'm trying
becoming
to-
one that night. We're doing the symbiosis
We're
thing.
becoming one.
We're becoming one. Oh, God damn.
On some
Oh.
venom shit.
Damn, homie. Hey, is that Tom Hardy? Oh, that's Jay. That's J360. Holy shit. I thought that was
Jay
fucking
Hardy,
Tom Hardy.
baby.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
at that point, when I'm in the newspaper like that, then you guys know it's justified. It's like, oh, yeah, it's just Jay.
You see all this shit covering my body? It's not a symbiote. It's doo-doo, baby. That's how I got in there. I dove in it. I mean, that's also, too, like, I guess you could say I'm a squirt aficionado. But also, when a woman squirts, it's been debated if it's actually like female ejaculate or piss because of the level of excitement that the woman's like body releases.
Right.
And funny enough, either way, I'm fine with it. I don't care what I'm just like an anti-vaxxer. I don't care what the data says. All right.
Fuck the data.
I just want to see the sprinklers go off.
And they do.
And I'm like, oh, I think that's pee-pee. I'm like, but I don't care. Yeah, I don't know. I think the anus is a mystifying creature to me, you know?
It's one of the multiple holes we could actually, do all sorts of things in and, check the garage a little. It'll be fun.
Check the garage. Clean out the shed a little bit.
Know what I mean? Yeah. Get that caboose going.
No.
Check the choo-choo.
Clean out the garage. Get all the spiders out. Man, but you have to give women credit though, because like they suck dick, like, right? So, but then you look at like the adventure dicks
Which can't be fun.
What?
It can't be fun.
Right, because what I was gonna say is like dicks to me, like I gave Summer and Jessica from What the Woo this example is like dicks are crazy because some women love giving oral. I think, I don't know, unless they play it off well. Women are great actresses, right?
Yeah.
But like dicks also hang in toilets. So like while you're taking a shit, it gets like loaded with debris. unless you're wiping that dick off constantly throughout the day, right?
Hey, she gave me a blumpkin.
Like on these dick Yelp things, this lady's saying like and good hygiene, which means that this lady has stumbled upon a dick and been surprised with like a schmegma covered cobweb lint stuck to. It's like the kind of dick that looks like it was like a hot dog that fell on the floor, probably, right?
Oh, that bad, huh?
Yeah, it's got like a little bit of hair.
Just one either.
No, yeah, that's because this was like she put it in her fucking review. Like,
I mean,
I got to mention how this dick didn't have any ants on it, right?
Well, that or he probably used a little bit of Manscaped or something. You know what I mean, to cover it up. He staged that dick.
I put a little aftershave on it.
You know, yes.
I would. This is gonna sound nuts, but I would love to ask a woman if sucking a dick is fun.
Oh well, you know, let's see who we got on the roster to ask.
Speaking of which, we got a special caller in. I'm just kidding.
Someday.
Yeah. It's my mom. What? Oh, wrong phone number. So like, I don't know. I've never been the person to like. I've never been the guy to like expect a woman to suck his dick, right?
Yeah.
Because like we're all in agreement. Like putting your mouth on somebody is pretty fucking like
Extreme.
Yeah. The craziest thing too is if you're about to go down on somebody and you see razor bumps, right? And then they try to tell you they're razor bumps. If they bring it up first, do you go, I don't know if those are razor bumps or not? If there are razor bumps, then they're no big deal. In your mind, right? You would think that like, oh, it's whatever. Okay. But if they're not razor bumps, don't you have to go, oh, don't worry, those are just razor bumps, like before they even see them?
Time out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I got to Google. Let me Google real fast.
Because, yeah.
I mean, we're already in bed at this point, so there's nothing but a bunch of lying going on, you know? So it's like, time out.
There was a lot of lies. Let us hear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At the very end, you're like, I love you. All right, I got to get out of here, man. See you later, baby.
You know, about spending
my
the
wife
day tomorrow, I don't think it's going to happen.
That's definitely a Mexican man right there.
Shoot, I'm going to work tomorrow.
Also, if you brush teeth after eating ass, do you just throw that toothbrush away?
Yes.
Like
no.
Nah, it's the memories, baby.
I'm not throwing this electric toothbrush out.
Yeah.
You're fucking mind.
This is the Sonic Care water flosser. Are you fucking crazy? Right.
Well, you see, if you're using your expensive stuff for that, I was thinking that you stopped over at Dollar Tree and made sure that you used like the $1 toothbrush.
Oh,
you know what the fuck you were doing.
No, you know what? I'm just brushing my teeth with her toothbrush. Fuck that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm brushing my teeth with the fucking toilet bowl cleaner.
You gotta
It's probably cleaner at this point.
Yeah.
I've eaten so much ass. I think the toilet bowl brush might be cleaner than my toothbrush.
You know you're dirty right now, and you love it.
No,
so
honestly, I'm doing an Ace Ventura thing where I'm like fucking plunging my face and lighting my clothes on fire.
Right. I'm thinking to myself like I'm so fucked up. Right.
Yeah.
Now think about this.
I don't know who I was.
Yeah.
Who I am.
So you're eating ass and you're doing all that. But is there a no-no to like waterworks? If you know what I'm talking about, like if a girl likes to get pissed on, is that a deal breaker? Is that weird in comparison to eating ass, or is that in the same scale of like I'm already here, fuck it?
Oh, that wasn't already on the.
It's not a complete package.
It's not on the itinerary.
That's how I was gonna clean her face off.
Yeah, seriously.
I kind of put my thumb on the end of it, so it's like a water hose. It's like a little stronger.
How else are you supposed to clean the load off?
I mean, yeah, that's very true, Eric. I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, I have a super soaker right there, so it's like, you know.
A super soaker.
You know, you got to do what you got to do, man. Toys. Bring the toys in, you know? Like, I'll sport it off just right.
I had an idea of listening to some, like a creepypasta, because it's the spooky season.
Yeah.
All right. If we get tired of this creepypasta, it's fine. The whole point is like most of these are pretty much bullshit, and it just gives us something to riff on that the audience can like listen to without having to like cue anything up, and then we can just fucking call it a banger. You know what I mean?
You know it.
Bangerang. All right. So let's see. My job is feeding grandma. This is on Creeps Make Pasta on YouTube if you want to fucking either see it or not. But here we go. And gentlemen, at any point, if you want me to pause it and you have something to say, just tell me and I'll pause it. So.
Right.
Pause it.
Ready? Pause it. End the show.
Test it.
Pause it.
Just testing. That's all.
Yeah.
Go
all
on.
right. Yeah. Pause it. All right. Here we go. Oh, I'm scared.
When I was 12, my father sat me down at the kitchen table and explained to me that his older brother, Lance, had been killed in a terrible accident. Lance had been caring for my grandmother, and now that he was gone, she was our responsibility. We had to move right away. I knew I should have felt sad for my father's loss, but all I could think of was how I was being forced to leave my school and my friends for some miserable old lady I'd never met. It wasn't fair. I didn't speak to my parents for the entire ride to our new home, but they seemed oddly relieved by that. My father drove in white-knuckled silence. My mother clutched her forehead and looked out the window at the gusting leaves and dreary skies of our new Midwestern home. The house where Uncle Lance had lived with Granny was a 2-storied 19th century...
This is going to sound bad. I'm already bored.
Right.
This is
Masterpiece Theater gone horribly unchecked.
It's like there's a you know, like I don't I understand and then I don't understand, but like, do these things have to be so bloated with like self-pretentious writing? Right?
Sometimes the exposition just goes a little too much on them.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
I kind of got sidetracked with all the extra shit in.
Yeah, because I'm like, white-knuckled what now? Like, mom's holding her who? I thought you were taking care of grandma. I thought everybody was dead or... Huh?
Moose knuckle.
I mean, the way he was talking about it. Like,
Moose knuckle grandma. What's going on right now?
Yeah. The way he was talking about it was like, you know, everybody else had a problem instead of grandma.
Yeah, and he's like, I gotta take care of this fucking bitch over here, and you're like, yo, dude, what the fuck? Like, you don't even know her,
right?
You know, and what an ungrateful little fucker.
Yeah. So whatever happens to him, it's justified. Poor bastard.
Absolutely.
Farmhouse surrounded by a stone fence and wizened old trees. I was reluctantly impressed by the high crown molded ceilings, antique furniture, the aristocratic charm of the place. Living here, I thought, would be like living in a museum. I was afraid to touch anything at first, but I soon found myself testing the winged leather armchairs
and jerking off in them,
rooting through the shelves full of old books with strange titles, and exploring the second floor.
Grandma does put that plastic tarp on all the seats. Except when I'm done jerking off, my ass is stuck to it for days.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten all about the move.
Red rump.
My friends, and even the old woman we supposedly come out here to take care of. Until I was halted by the first closed door I'd found in the house so far. I swear I heard breathing on the other side.
It's probably trying to get in the fucking house.
Some instinct made me back up quietly down the hallway and return to the living room where my parents sat, exhausted, on a heap of boxes.
You know what they were doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I thought somebody was murdering my mom. And on the other door, like this other door, and Dad's just fucking smashing it out in Grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's
working on that twin bed, you know? This is where I used to be at.
Yeah, exactly. The dad was like, well, there's a skid mark there, but I fucking started it. I better finish it.
Gotta finish it.
Closed door.
I've come this far.
I've come this far, and I'm still going to come. I'm telling you that right now.
Honey, my mother replied.
Oh, yeah. She was getting hammered. Honey, could you just look away for a little bit?
She was getting railed.
Oh, Daddy.
Yes, I am.
That's Grandma.
No, I was just looking around. As I stood, twisting my foot on the huge oriental rug.
You know, it'd be sick. If there's a whole creepypasta where like a kid thinks like mom's trying to eat the dad, but all he's done is just like peeked in at the wrong times, and mom's just like sucking dad's dick, and he's like, "I think my mom's a zombie, mate. She keeps trying to eat me pop." Like that. Right?
She has ate your pop. That's why you're here, dude.
Yeah, and then he ate your mom, and that's how it all got started. You fucking little shit.
Well, she probably should have. She probably should have eaten your dad. Oh. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
Oh yeah.
Don't in front of me. It's very important that you never go into Grandma's room without permission. No matter what you hear or think you see, that door stays locked. Understand? He warned. I understand. I muttered. But I don't get why it's such a big deal. You guys are acting weird. Your father's just tired, honey. My mother sighed.
He just nutted.
Why don't you go to the bedroom and unpack while we get dinner ready, huh?
Also, just don't sit on the bed right now, okay? That'd be great, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, Event Horizon just taking place.
Yeah. We just gave him fucking Splash Mountain in here, you know what I mean?
To be sitting around an ornate black walnut dinner table beneath the glow of stained glass lamps, eating macaroni and cheese from plastic bowls. It was almost midnight by the time we were finished. My father yawned as he did the dishes. Then the doorbell rang. Oh God, my mother whispered. Is it starting already? Stay here. My father hurried to the door, peering down the hallway.
Psst, fucking Amazon.
I watched the shadowy
Erotic
figure
City.
and my father.
It's the fucking Adam and Eve delivery for grandma. You know what's funny about sex toys? How come it's always like something you can put up your ass, but it's never like a big car? You know? Like adult toys and shit?
Hey, that sounds like a new plan.
Yeah. My adult toy store just has like real big RC cars you can ride in.
Case, then returned to the van that he'd left running. Then my father was rushing the case upstairs like it burned him, a look of disgust on his face. My mother and I listened silently to the creaking footsteps, the jingling of keys, and the groan of a door opening.
The groan is,
Boy, that's some clean filth, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Like, damn.
My father came back downstairs a few minutes later, looking drained. He left the black case on the porch, washed his hands and face several times in the kitchen sink, and announced he was going to bed.
He got pissed on.
I didn't know it at the time, but that was to be our nightly routine from then on. It's not that I wasn't curious about the grandmother I'd never met. It was just that I had too many other things on my mind. A new school, new friends, a new town to explore. If the thick wooden door at the end of the hallway had to stay closed, for everyone's safety, as my father said, that was fine by me.
What?
Huh.
Ooh.
That's a little off base.
Why did he have to go like on a whole soliloquy about school? I thought they took the summer off to take care of grandma, right?
Yeah, he's adding filler on this point because it's not even scary. It's just, if anything, it's like the most lamest porn ever.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm not totally certain, mate, why that door seems locked all the time. But by the way, I start 3rd grade tomorrow. And I found a ruby the size of a tangerine.
You know, it's like that one Harry Potter book. You know, it obviously was just made just to be made. It wasn't going to tell you shit. I think it was the 5th one. Yeah,
Harry Potter and the fucking trip to Walmart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking what a hellhole.
I mean, at least the 4th one gave you a fucking tournament.
Something, right? Like let them fly around or quit talking, do some wizard shit. I don't know. What the fuck is the movie's about?
Affect my life at all. Or so I thought. We'd only been in our new home for a few nights when we started to hear scurrying in the walls. Although the house was spotlessly clean and well cared for, it wasn't surprising that the old place was host to some wildlife. It freaked me out at first, that scuffling sound that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. I'd lay awake, my eyes scanning the patterned wallpaper, wondering if the creatures on the other side were finally about to claw their way through. My father tried traps and poisons, but nothing worked.
Trying to feed grandma fucking rat poison and shit.
I'll get something out of the will, you bitch.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Yeah.
In time, we simply got used to it. That's why I wonder if it was the silence that woke me up that night, or the warm weight I felt in my chest. When my eyes popped open and saw 3 other pair of eyes staring back, I was too scared to move, almost too scared to breathe. I could feel the rats' horrible squirming tails and smell their fetid fur. Even worse, I could understand their squeaks.
What?
So he becomes
That's how
Batman,
you know they're
sort of?
privileged. He's afraid of rats.
Also, he can understand the squeaks, yo? What the
So,
fuck does that mean? He can like talk to the mice?
That's
So
just
this is the origin of Ratcatcher, isn't it?
Ratcatcher.
So it's the origin of the Pied Piper, apparently.
I guess so.
What is this shit?
Willard.
Pretend. Yes.
He's like,
yes.
I think I can hear the squirrels, mate. Like, okay, well, okay, your padded room is back there, and we'll see you around, son.
Yeah.
Why didn't you open the door, sweetie? Grandma's waiting. I screamed. The rats scampered off as lights flickered on, and my parents rushed to my room. They seemed relieved it had only been rats. The invaders left after that, and I soon managed to convince myself that I'd dreamed the whole thing. As time went on, though, the signs became harder to ignore.
What?
If I left a pen on top of my homework while I went to get a drink of water, I'd find, "Come upstairs," scrawled across the page when I got back. If I looked in the mirror while I brushed my teeth, sometimes my reflection would stop brushing and gesture eagerly toward the door at the end of the hall, a freakishly wide smile on its face. Strange smells and sounds came from the room at the end of the hall. If I was hungry, it was baking cookies or roasting meat. If I was thinking about the boy I liked from school, I'd hear his voice just...
So he's talking about his live-in cook, huh?
Yeah.
Because this is less and less about grandma.
Yeah,
I forgot about grandma.
Yeah. Right? Apparently
I think
so
my
did he.
grandma is a trumper, mate. Anyway, I was thinking about a pen I left on my book. And my book, it rolled off the page. Yeah. Just so you know, pens are cylinders. And if you leave them on anything, if the house isn't completely flat, it will roll anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Because physics is a thing.
Yeah, physics is a bitch like that. And then like I like that subtle drop of like, if I was ever there thinking about a boy from school, and you're just like, what is all this? What is this all gonna come into play at some point, or is this just like how to write something that appeals to the widest, vaguest audience possible?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's like in screenwriting, they always do that too, where they're like coming up with a character like, well, she's got to be gay and in a wheelchair and missing one foot and has like 4 fingers on her left hand.
Yeah, because
Right.
that's not patronizing at all.
Yeah, and it's not even like, it's not to be like, I'm not saying that to like degrade anyone like that, but what I'm saying is like, it's literally like that because it's like, it's false hurdles of difficulties,
Yeah.
right? Like you just think, oh, she's got no feet, life must suck, you know? And you're like, nah, like she's fucking rich or whatever, you know what I mean? Like
she found a way to make it work.
Yeah, she lost her feet because she has diabetes from eating well. How about that? You know, like, yeah, it's fucking.
Just on the other side of the door. These messages, or whatever they were, took a toll on my mother and father as well. For the first time, money didn't seem to be a problem for our family, and my mother dove headfirst into online shopping, DIY projects, and whatever else she had to do in order to forget about our bizarre situation. My father, on the other hand, stayed away from the house for as long as possible. He'd come home just before the midnight delivery, and even then, he usually had booze on his breath. One night, he didn't even come back at all. Ding.
Oh, well then, Dad liked beer?
I mean, Dad had to get the hell away from all these crazy motherfuckers, and then he found out you're not his real son. At the end of the day, you know?
Oh, and he's like, hey, I got to get some cigarettes. I'll be right back. And then it never comes back.
Yep.
Dong. My mother and I looked at each other, then back at the door. It was midnight, and my father wouldn't have rung. Ding dong, ding dong. My mother took out a cigarette. Since when had she smoked? And gestured toward the door. You better get that. But, I began, you'll have to learn to take care of her eventually. My mother shooed at me with a cloud of smoke. She'll be your responsibility after we're dead.
What?
What the fuck?
Okay, well, if you want me to, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I throw some salt in her wound and everything.
I'm legitimately trying to keep pace with what the fuck is going on in this. And it's like, story is not plot and plot isn't story, right? Like,
right.
And isn't like some of the best campfire stories like short and sweet?
Yes.
Yeah, see, the problem with creepypastas are they're usually really long and too into themselves to even be interesting.
Yeah,
But-
like they're self-important stories. They're not like really there to scare you. It's just like, if I talk like this and I tell you about the time that I got a flat tire and it was dark. Also, I think I'm bi and my mom is tired. Like that. And then you're like,
yeah.
huh? And then the doorbell rang and it went bing bong.
Like pretty much everything they warn you about in screenwriting is right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. But it's like legions of people love this shit. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's almost shocking. Like, dude, we're 7 minutes and 38 seconds into this, and all we know is that there's rats in the walls, and he thinks his grandma's a bitch, and he's never even met her before.
And Dad has left, never to return.
Yeah, and we don't even know like the passage of time. This could have been like one day.
Yeah.
So maybe Dad went to the store or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, right?
I gulped and opened the door. The face of the man outside was hidden in shadow. A trench coat covered his body, although it was summer. When he held out the black delivery case, the kitchen light made his grin flash like the blade of a knife. The moment I took it, he was gone. Just do what your father does. My mother tried not to look at me as she
I want to leave.
Yeah. Hold on. Where's Grandma? Wasn't this about Grandma?
Yeah, Grandma hasn't been relevant in this story for... Damn, I can't think of a moment when she was.
So now there's a guy outside or some shit?
Yeah,
right?
Judge Doom is outside, and he wants to go wipe out Toontown in Great Britain.
Toontown in Great Britain.
This is very like true crime podcast. Like,
yeah. One day, she went missing. Yeah, like that shit. And then they're like,
I remember I saw her the day she went missing. She looked like she was like, and looked for the 27 years I knew her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
like what?
Yeah.
Like,
I always told her that boy she talked to was no good for her.
oh boy, that would make a better plot than what we got going on.
Yeah.
Next thing you know is he'll probably be talking about like how the Moors look during fall.
I like how we were kind of talking about Gabby Petito. Yeah. I saw her in a van, and one day she just went missing. Like that.
Shoot, man.
We had warned her about that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Her boyfriend.
He said
Man.
something quite funny to me where he said, I'm going to take her to the Grand Tetons and then I'm going to
What
play
did he
with her
mean by
Grand
that?
Tetons. And I was like, huh.
Only
My husband
one's
has
coming home tonight, Gabby.
Yeah.
Little did I know it'd be the last time I'd see her.
See her live.
Yeah.
Take a dinner out the package and leave it by her bedside.
Hungry Man
Don't
dinner.
look at what's inside. Hopefully, she'll be asleep. If she's not, don't interact with her. Don't do or say anything at all. Just leave the tray, close the door, and come back downstairs.
I'll be honest, that's kind of how I deal with my grandma, but she's not like spooky or nothing. I just kind of fucking... as a kid, I just kind of like, hey, grandma, it's what's popping, and then just fucking walk past. So, is this spooky or what?
Got it?
Is this the plot of Heredity? Is that what this is?
I don't know. I think this fucking mental illness is hereditary.
Package in hand, I made my way
Must
to the
be.
door at the end of the hall, then remembered. How was I supposed to open it?
With the doorknob, you
like
idiot.
the others in the house, was in the shape of a brass lion's head. I reached out for it and winced when I felt something sharp dig into my palm. Had the doorknob bit me?
What?
A trickle of blood ran down the brass handle, but I heard the lock release. I took a deep breath and slipped inside.
What?
The doorknob bit me. Charlie bit me. Remember that video?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
a much better story, by the way.
Yeah, much shorter too. What? The doorknob bit me. So he cut his hand on the doorknob, on an old ass doorknob.
Apparently, he can't handle doorknobs. His iron is so low that it cuts right into his skin, and he bleeds the F out. And now it's our problem.
Yeah. What?
Arthur. A wizened voice called out my father's name. Is that you?
No, Dad got the fuck out,
Expected
Grandma.
something out of a nursing home.
Yeah. Sonny.
Bedpans, beeping machines, the reek of disinfectant. But this room was identical to any other in the house. The same carved bookshelves, ornate rugs, coloured glass lamps, and a cosy armchair where an old woman waited expectantly. This must be Granny. She blinked, as if surprised to see me. I forced a smile and opened the delivery case. Inside was a tray covered by a stainless steel lid. Just as my mother had instructed, I took it out without looking inside and placed it on the nightstand beside Granny. Oh, Granny cocked her head. You must be Arthur's daughter. It's wonderful to meet you at last.
Oh, this was a
Won't
girl?
you stay and have a cup of tea? I get so lonely up here, and it would be ever so nice to hear a new voice for a change. My smile became a grimace, but I followed my mother's orders.
So he got scared because his fucking grandma invited him to hang out a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
pretty
grandma-
much.
The grandma was like, hey, it'd be cool to like hang out with you since I'm finally meeting you. And he's like, oh, fuck.
He's like, this old bitch.
I'm spooked
I
right
mean-
now.
I mean, like, she's got better things to do anyway. All she ever does is mope, loaf, complain about shit.
Yeah, it's like T-minus 5 months till she's dead. So, like, what the fuck is the difference? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whatever, man.
I backed out of the room with the case in
hand.
hand and let the door snap shut behind me.
Hit her in the head with the pan and run.
My heart was full of doubt as I walked downstairs. Why on earth had my parents locked up this sweet old lady? She was the spitting image of the grandmother I'd always imagined.
You ever
but
gotten
never
your
known.
cock sucked?
One
That's-
with gold-rimmed spectacles and a white bun and a mischievous smile, who wore blue checkered dresses and taught me how to garden, knit, and bake cookies. I told myself that I must be missing something.
Plot twist, grandma's actually grandpa.
Oh,
Could
shit.
be.
And
Could
he's
be.
like, oh, no. You want to watch me try on some dresses? It's like some shit out of like Sounds of the Lambs shit. Man, oh, man.
Maybe Granny Withershins had a weakened immune system, dementia,
AIDS.
or some other condition that meant she had to stay inside. But even so, as I trudged down the stairs, the front door flew open. My father saw the black case in my hands, and a look of horror crossed his pale and sweaty face. You didn't let her, he bellowed at my mother, who was still smoking and staring at the window into the night. She waved a hand.
Oh, Dad did come back with the cigarettes. Holy shit.
Well, that totally goes against
Honey.
the plot that he never came back.
My father staggered
Yeah.
forward and wrapped me in a bear hug. He smelled like vodka martini.
Jay, you're right.
I'm so sorry, but I have to ask, did you talk to Grandma? Did you take anything she gave you?
The Quaaludes.
No, I muttered. That's good. Good. My father whispered to himself. You did great, honey, but you have to remember, you can't trust anything that Grandma says or gives you
Says me.
for everyone's safety. I understand. But as time went on, I wasn't sure
These motherfuckers are depressed.
What? This twist for grandma better be fucking fantastic.
It better be
right?
worth it.
Like this is too much buildup. Like there's no way you live up to this hype that you're creating.
I mean, unless grandma's a witch, which at the same time, it's like, oh, that's just easy.
I'm still
Yeah.
trying to get used to the fact that the main the main character is a girl.
Yeah, I thought it was a
right?
boy, dude.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't.
That's
It's
what I'm
throwing me
saying.
off.
Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah.
did. Grandma seemed fine. If anything, it was my parents who weren't right in the head. My mother
Finally!
ignored me.
No
My
shit.
father was hardly ever around. On the nights he came home late, I took over bringing Granny her meals. Soon the delivery driver met me with a look of sad recognition, and I no longer ever flinched at the drop of blood needed to open the door. I found ways to learn about Granny without explicitly going against my parents' instructions, listening at the door, for example. When Granny ate whatever it was under the metal cover, she did so with gusto. It
Squirrel.
was like listening to a pack of hyenas ripping apart a carcass. Sometimes she'd sing or play music, or call to me in a sad, sing-songy voice. In the end, of course, I cracked. Like I suppose my father did, and my uncle Lance, and every member of my family, going back who knows how many generations.
What?
It was a rainy, miserable Saturday. My new friends had promised to invite me to hang out that weekend, but not one of them even bothered to call.
Hell no.
I spent the day wondering
Yeah,
who
your
the empty
fucking grandma's a ghoul or whatever this shit is. Like, also, didn't you move? Who the fuck? You didn't even... Huh? What is this passage of time here?
What is this passive aggressive bullshit?
Yeah, like, my fucking grandma makes me feed her, and now she's a bitch, and everyone's scared of her. It's like...
I mean, for a moment there, it sounded like she had Spotify and everything.
Sounds like grandma's just kicking back in her room.
Yeah, like that's retirement.
Yeah, no, grandma talked to me. What a bitch.
Yeah, what? What did grandma tell you?
Your new friends, huh? No, honey, those are associates. You're the show for them.
Yeah. Yeah, we're here to stare at grandma all day long. So, you know.
Rooms like a ghost until a hot rage began to boil in my
White
chest.
rage.
Enough was enough. I opened the door to Granny's room. Oh, back so soon?
There's a guy in there.
She asked. I'll put the kettle on. Have a seat, sweetie. That she did.
Why does her room
using
sound like a
little
whole
hot
other
plate
kitchen?
hidden away on a bookshelf. I lowered myself into an armchair, buzzing with questions. Where did Grandma sleep? Where did she go to the bathroom? What did she do all day up here?
Yeah, that's what she was eating her own shit.
No, wait, Grandma has a kitchen and everything? I thought she was bedridden.
But it's that's what I'm saying. It sounds like her fucking room's like another house.
Yeah.
Like how
It's
much
a studio apartment.
It's nice. It's like a loft. It's like a flat.
None of them were exactly polite topics of conversation, though. And I was relieved when Granny set a steaming saucer of tea in front of me and asked me what was wrong.
No.
I hesitated.
Da-na-na.
This was my last chance to keep the promise I'd made to my parents.
I swear to God,
by
if these
not talking to
goddamn
Granny.
jaguars take it, Grandma's gonna shit
I was ready
herself.
for the promises and secrets. Fed up with this boring Midwestern
it.
town.
Grandma has a
Stupid
fucking
classmates,
gambling problem.
My whole dumb life. Bring it on. What was the worst that could happen? Everything, I answered. Everything is wrong.
What?
Plot twist. When Dad left, he was upstairs fucking Grandma.
Possibly, yeah. Flowers in the attic.
And then he comes back and the mom's just smoking a cigarette like, did you do it? And he's like, I fucking did what I had to, baby. You know what I mean?
You want some?
The sky didn't fall. Granny didn't suddenly attack me for speaking.
You want some?
Everything was
You
just
wanna
as
go?
before. My grandmother observed me over her glasses as she took a deep draught of tea. I did the same. It tasted of herbs and pure relief.
Lipton.
And before I knew
Yeah.
it, I was describing...
They try to feed me that brisk bullshit, but I'm like, no thanks.
Oh my God.
Those fucking commercials.
Sounds
are
like
god
Grandma's
awful.
pretty awesome. Like,
I'm like, Grandma's just kicking it upstairs.
Yeah, she ain't doing nothing to nobody.
They're like, what's Grandma doing? Is Grandma okay? And then they're like, yeah, I think Grandma's just watching fucking the
Golden
Jerry
Girls.
Springer show. Yeah.
Yeah, Grandma's like living her best life, and
Yeah, it sounds
we're fucking up.
Yeah, we're all down here judging Grandma. We should be fucking enjoying ourselves. Sounds like we're giving a free house when she dies, right? Like, whatever.
You know?
Fucking, damn, man.
How much I'd lost by moving here. My parents' strange behavior, my struggles to fit in at school, and other, more private things
Struggles?
I'd never
You
told
had
anyone.
friends.
Not even my best
Also, I thought I
friend,
didn't
who is
even
now
start
so
school.
far away.
Right.
The more I drank,
Fucking
the more
church?
I talked.
Wait, now the
Granny
kid's
has-
drinking? Do you hear that? The more I drank.
Oh my God.
What?
Like, she must have
Questions
went
steered
through
the
all the
conversation
stages of
with her.
life in this one
Honestly,
afternoon.
she did something
She's like
no one had
42
done
now.
for me in what felt like years. She just listened.
How dare
I don't
she?
think I stopped until I
fuck.
literally
Bitch.
ran out of words and the sun outside
How
Granny's
dare you
window was
listen
going
to
to
me.
set. I think I better get going. I got to my feet. Of course.
It's a long walk
Granny
back home.
understands. That was such a lovely little chat. I hope you come for another visit soon.
Grandma's a therapist.
I closed the door as
Yeah,
quietly
like
as I
Lucy.
could.
Mhm.
I was so worried about getting caught that I didn't
Ricky.
notice the string that I brought with me when I stood up from
Well,
Granny's
not
chair.
that Lucy, but yeah.
Oh.
It led me back
My-
under the
my
door,
bad.
and as soon as I crossed the threshold,
Grandma, you got some
it
explaining
detached
to
from my
do.
skirt with a mind of its own.
I'm talking about that
Of
bitch
course,
you give a
I
nickel
wouldn't
to.
learn that until later.
Oh, shit.
I was still trying to sneak back downstairs when my father's voice boomed out from my own bedroom. Apparently, he'd been looking for me. "Just what do you think you're doing?" my father snarled. "Nothing," I sulked. "I know where you've been, honey, and I'm afraid you're not taking this seriously. I know how it looks, but I'm your father. You've got to trust me."
Never.
"Trust you?" I snapped. "I don't even know you anymore."
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, you smell like whiskey.
Shit, you drink more than me, motherfucker.
The moment I said them.
That's what the daughter said?
There was no going back now. My father hung his head. "This is for your own good." My father stood up to leave my room. "You might hate me now, but at least you'll be around to thank me later. You're grounded for the rest of the month. Home, school, and that's it.
Homeschool.
No friends, no games, and no more visits with Grandma."
Well, good shit.
Couldn't have come at a worse time.
Yeah, I'm the one taking care of
That
her,
same
dude. Thanks.
evening,
I appreciate
one
the
of my
days
classmates
off.
called to invite me to a pool party the next weekend. It was obviously going to be the big event of the year, and everyone would be there.
Who the hell is
Except me.
everyone?
I stalked
You know
irritably
everyone.
from room to room,
You
with
know.
nothing to alleviate the boredom and anger. Little did I know that Granny's thread was off, weaving a story of its own. I woke up that night to find something tugging on my bedsheets. I pushed myself up nervously, weary of the rats.
She's like, hey, you want to get high? It's like, what? Whoa, what the fuck? Grandma's a tweaker.
It was a
Definitely
doll,
is.
She's clawing
a
at the wall.
dirty-looking one-eyed thing with a recorder inside that I'd forgotten about. The doll looked up at me with a single plastic eye
Oh, shit.
and opened its mouth to play me recording. "You've been ever so kind to me, sweetie. Why don't you come let Grandma out of her room for a bit?" As I sat up, the doll pulled itself onto my bed and waddled toward me. In its empty socket, I could see that it was filled with string. The end of the cord trailed off out my door. "If we go out together, Grandma can make your daddy see sense. Then he'll let you go to the pool party. Wouldn't that be fun?"
No.
Mm-mm.
It might have sounded great if it wasn't coming from a warped recording in the mouth of an animated doll. I looked frantically around for something to cut the thread. My eye settled on a pair of scissors on my nightstand. As the doll climbed towards my face, I snagged the scissors and cut its cord. The doll fell lifelessly onto my bed.
Wow, that fucking
But
problem
Granny's
solved
string
there.
wasn't
All
done
right.
yet. After
That's the most
recoiling,
action in
it
this
slithered
story.
back inside the doll, then coiled around the scissors, yanking them out of my hands and lashing them to the dolls. I now held them like a butcher knife. I kicked the doll away, but like a horrible plastic spider, it scrambled back on top of me. The scissor blade stopped an inch from my eyeballs as the babyish voice issued an ultimatum.
What?
"If you let Grandma out, you can keep your eyes."
What?
Wait a
The doll
minute.
latched tightly.
Isn't this the fucking story to Coraline?
Yeah, that is along with Baby Oopsie from Demonic Toys.
Yeah, right?
Like,
You can keep your
really?
eyes?
Oh Lord. Just grasping at straws. I mean, for fuck's sake, is Grandma even Grandma at this point?
Is
it
she a
Satan?
zombie or what?
Yeah.
Is
like,
this the
what is
first
this?
draft?
Must
Right?
be.
Is this your treatment or is this your fucking movie or what? What is this?
Oh, it ain't a movie.
It ain't Grandma. I'll tell you that.
It's a
Yeah,
rejected
that's what it should
script.
be called.
Yeah.
It ain't Grandma.
This is the next
Hey.
fucking. This is the fucking Jonah Hill horror movie project.
Into my head, I opened my bedroom door. The hallway had been transformed into a tunnel of thread, like the lair of a funnel web spider.
Oh, mate.
The only
man.
open path led directly toward the last
This is
door of the
fucking
hallway.
end of Coraline, dude.
I thought about my mother's distant look, my father's drinking and obsession with staying out of the house. Had my parents been dealing with stuff like
like a
this
normal
since we
dad.
moved in, hiding it from me, so I didn't have to endure the horrors that Grandma was weaving around us? I barely felt the prick of the knob as I stepped inside.
He's a prick, all
"Hello,
right.
dear.
Pricking
Granny
the knob.
smiled. Can you please get this thing off of me?" I begged. "I'm afraid not, sweetie. It's there to
What's the matter? Afraid of a little prick? Get it?
help you to the right thing."
The little
The
prick is who
string that
wrote this
animated the
shit.
doll, I now noticed, was wrapped around my granny's finger. "Now, hold the door open for Granny now, won't you?"
Nah.
I felt my throat go dry. I stepped back, ready to let Granny through. "Stop!" My father, in his pajamas, fought the web of string. Granny stood, and as she did, I noticed that the doll no longer moved. The string only had power outside Granny's room. In here, it seemed, the old lady was powerless. I ripped the awful doll from my head and threw it onto the floor, where it lay, a useless toy. As I sprung back from Granny's room and slammed the door, I heard a monstrous wail from the other side. I knew she was going to work on you, timing. My father panted. But she can only hurt us with what we give her or take from that room. In there, she's powerless. She can mess with our senses and manipulate our desires, but she can't hurt us, not as long as we take care of her and keep her in that room.
Okay.
Yeah,
is
what?
She? I asked. What is she? Cross the bear.
It's Joe Biden.
Even
Every
worse.
family has at least one secret. She's ours. Uncle Lance didn't have an accident, did he? No.
Uncle Lance is Grandma.
He didn't. Arthur, my mother cautioned. She's old enough. After this nightmare, a bit more won't hurt. My father led me downstairs and opened a password-protected folder on his computer. The files were recordings from a security camera fixed on the door at the end of the hall that I'd never noticed before. I finally understood how my father knew that I'd visited Granny. The file my father clicked on was titled neverforget.avi. Uncle Lance had a stroke. Your Aunt June, his wife, tried to take care of feeding herself. She didn't know that protection against that thing only extends to our bloodline. Anyone else who goes in there. He didn't need to say more. I could see it in the grainy black and white footage on the screen. My Aunt June dribbling a few drops of her husband's blood on the doorknob to activate it, crossing the threshold with a black case in hand, falling as her feet were swept out from under her. Writhing in agony, clawing at the floor as her own insides splattered around her, making the white-eyed expressions of a living being eaten from the feet up. Her last act was to yank the door shut, trapping herself inside with Granny. Aunt June had sacrificed herself to keep the thing sealed away for one more day.
It sounds like Aunt June walked in and didn't know what the fuck was going on and ended up getting like assaulted and murdered, right? Mm-hmm. Aunt June sacrificed herself. No, it sounds like no one told Aunt June, and then Aunt June looks like a big old fucking moron now.
Well, yeah, she's a martyr.
Yeah. Martyr Lawrence.
Yeah. Of course, though, at the same time, this is like a mixture of Coraline, a Twilight Zone episode where they trap Satan in that box, and any of those damn Tales from the Dark Side episodes from season 2. Grandma is spooky. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you could even throw in a Courage the Cowardly Dog, where that mattress possessed Muriel.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's pretty fucking great.
Just long enough to give us time to arrive and carry out our duty as caretakers. It's been over 10 years since that day, when I learned the truth and took over as a caretaker. Since then, my parents have gotten divorced, and stress and fear has driven my father to an early grave. Still, I can't complain. I've gotten used to the horrific illusions and unnatural occurrences. Unlike everyone else I know, I can count on a steady balance in my bank account and won't ever need to work for a living.
Then. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Still, when I walk through town with this crisp chill in the air, I look at the pretty facade of so many houses and wonder about the secrets they might be keeping. I wonder how many people I cross paths with go through life under pressure, knowing that they have to be home for a delivery at midnight.
What? What?
So is it the delivery then?
Delivering those midnight meats.
Yeah, the midnight meat train, baby. Honk, honk.
Oh, the gravy.
Wait, that's it?
I'm here. Yeah, so literally all that build up just to get to a point where it's like a coming of age. Oh, maybe everybody gets stressed out sometimes, and who knows when you go home, what kind of secrets everybody keeps.
Look, I know the elder generation can be a real pain in the ass, but I mean, damn, it doesn't have to be that fucking pretentious. And I would have liked to know, like, what's grandma's deal, and if she is the grandma.
There was like not one thing about grandma though that seemed fucking like bothersome.
Yeah,
she was just existing.
Outside of like, I guess the room has powers or something. Like, what? That wasn't even explained very well. What the fuck was that about? Like, what?
I mean, grandma just blessed the room.
Well, yeah. She had her sage going on all the time. Yeah.
Well, if that is the grandma, wouldn't she have some sort of powers like the grandma too, or is it just grandma and name only? Maybe.
I don't know. The moral of the story was
confusion.
I walked down the street and realized that everybody has to be home to feed grandma, mate.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? Honestly, like, for me, what a fucking buzz killer. Like, that story ended like shit.
Yeah. Well, it actually went through all of its 3 acts and paces like shit too. So,
And then it's like, it finishes with like, after all this, I ended up with a really good job. So I guess everything worked out for me. What?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, your grandma's a monster. She's a goblin or whatever she is, right? Like, so... And then time to feed grandma. What were they feeding her? Just like flesh? What? We're winding down here. Do you got anything to plug, Jay? You mentioned OnlyFans and a bear trap. Is there anything you want to...
Well, anything's happening at J360 Productions these days. Nice. So, like, just stay tuned. There is like 1 more week of the Monster Fest left. Jams 35 will be happening next week as probably be the closer unless I make another J-Man Show episode. You're just going to have to pay attention till afterwards,
Nice. Eric, what about you?
Let's cancel Creepy Pasta.
Yeah. Well, no, this was okay because it just tells us what not to do. And yeah.
Hey man, I'm with Eric on that one.
But yeah.
That's what the classrooms are for.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with Eric. But he's right.
This is your writing exercise. I don't need to hear this shit.
Yeah, for real though. Like, God, where the fuck was that story going though? Like,
do you feel? We'll close out on this thought and we'll round it up because it'll even tie into like the Monster Fest we did for you, Jay, which is like
an awesome episode.
Hell yeah, dude, that was really good actually.
Yeah, we knocked it out the park, man. All of us did.
And so, like, this being an example of what audiences think horror is. Do you think that this is directly what influences the state of horror movies now? Where like it's all just it's like overwritten and overblown, correct? Mm-hmm. I'll let you guys give me your opinions on that and we'll close on that.
You go ahead, Eric.
Okay, so we have basically changed the meaning of horror. It's basically just it's short for horrible. That's it.
Got it. That's like how ID is short for identification because there's the I is short for I, and then D is short for identification.
Honestly, like how does that make sense?
It doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah. That's a Norm Macdonald joke, by the way.
It's perfectly good though, man. Like you got the voice to do all Norm stuff. I'm just saying.
Hey, man.
So it's like T.I.'s real name, like Tim.
Wasn't his rap name Tip?
Yeah, it was Tip.
Oh yeah,
Tip T.I. Harris.
Gross. Tip.
Mm-hmm. That's
like,
That's so fucking lazy.
That's like Flo Rida's name is Florida because he's from Florida.
Yeah.
And his name is Flo Rida.
I can't sing either.
That's at least clever-ish.
Yeah,
you could be like, okay, I get it. Yeah, a little on the nose, but it's better than just fucking dropping a letter.
Make your business stand out in the best way with signage from Image 360. Image 360 combines the latest production technology, materials, and years of expertise to deliver you the best visual resources for your brand. From storefront signs to vehicle graphics and more. Learn more and get a quote today at image360signs.com. That's image, the number 360, signs.com. Image 360, your expert source for comprehensive custom signage and graphic solutions.
We all love the low country lifestyle, which is why we should do our best to protect it. To get insurance that helps you protect your home from whatever the low country throws at you, contact CT Lowndes & Company today. Their local agents can review your coverage to help make sure you're properly protected. CT Lowndes & Company has been helping protect and insuring the low country since 1850. Visit ctlowndes.com to learn more and request a quote. That's ctlowndes.com.
Breast milk science. It's a thing. And it's our thing. We're ByHeart. We're an infant formula company on a mission to get a lot closer to the most superfood on the planet, breast milk. Our patented protein blend has more of the important and most abundant proteins found in breast milk. We're the first and only U.S.-made formula to use organic, grass-fed whole milk, not skim. We make our formula in our own factories in Iowa, Oregon, and Pennsylvania, using a small batch manufacturing process that works to preserve the integrity of our ingredients. We ran the largest clinical trial by a new infant formula company in 25 years, and clinically proved benefits like easier digestion, less gas, and softer poops versus a leading infant formula. We were the first infant formula company to earn the Clean Label Project Purity Award. And while we've put a lot into ByHeart, there's a long list of things you won't see on our ingredient list, like no corn syrup, no maltodextrin, no GMO ingredients, no soy, no palm oil. ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.